90 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzie K Ward coming at ya. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Tune in, chime in, sit back, relax. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy Monday. Y'all didn't know I was on that record. We're going to talk about it. No, I'm just teasing. Y'all, I'm just teasing. Happy Monday. Welcome to Jazzie After Dark Artist Talk. I'm your host, Jazzie K. Ward. It's always such a pleasure to see you all each and every Monday. You make my day. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I don't know about you, but the weekend went by way too fast, way too fast. But in the meantime, don't forget to go over to K Ward Radio, which is my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to that, as well as kwardradio.com is the website. Make sure you subscribe to that. And if you don't, as Chef D and Dr. Graham says on the show, shame on you. And shame on you if you don't share the video too, right? That's right. So everybody, are you all excited about this show? I'm so excited to talk with our special guest, but let's go ahead and kick off Artist Talk right now.
Live from WKRW, welcome to Artist Talk, a live one-on-one conversation with your host, the man with the golden voice, Jazzie K. Ward.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the show. I see people coming in the room. Of course, we got The Owner B. Dr. G is with us tonight. Chef D. I see The Owner B. Kenneth Wynn. Debbie Pearl. As always, so good to see you. My friend Colleen Keefley. We see William Stumblefield is also on the chat. Thank you all so much for joining the show. Again, make sure you put the hashtag in there. Shame on you. That's right. Y'all ready to go? Well, I'm super excited tonight, and I'm excited to welcome my friend back on the show, Artist Talk. Of course, we're talking about multi-instrumentalist. He's a dancer. He's an international recording artist. He's also a model. I'm going to ask Thumper, I mean, maybe you want to add rapper into that too? I mean, he does a lot of a lot of different things, you all. So he has a nonprofit, which is JADA, which is Jazz Against Domestic Abuse. Also, he has a new song out, A Key to My Heart. So we open up with one of his songs called Hope. And, I always believe in hope, and especially what's going on in this world today. We need more music like that. We need more hope. I could talk about political stuff, but I'm not going to even touch that, y'all, right? So but I'm so excited. If you have questions or comments for our guest tonight, make sure you post them there. Throughout the show, you'll see the website streaming, but I'm just going to tell you a little bit about our guest. Now, his music career started at a very young age. So it says, he was playing with pots and pans, and Thumper was just making all kind of noise. Like my grandmama said, boy, shut all that racket up. What you doing with them pots and pans, right? So again, he's a multi-instrumentalist. He's a dancer. He's a model. He's an amazing recording artist, and I'm so excited to have him back on Artist Talk. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the show, Mr. Craig Thumper Samuels.
How's everybody doing?
What's up, my brother?
Man, like I said, I'm trying to get to your level, but I can't figure out how to do it.
No, see, I'm over there looking at you, Thumper, and see, you just fly. You looking like Mr. Biggs over there, like Ronald House with the hat and the. I love it. I love it.
Thank you, man. I try to make an impression that's different from everybody else. So right. I tried it, and people like it, so I work with it.
Oh yeah, it definitely fits you. And I'm going to ask you that as your style and swag. Did you get that from mom, dad, uncle, or what?
I really don't know. I just got the creative itch, and I missed Valentine's Day with it, so I wanted to give all my ladies roses. So I figured that was the best way to do it.
That's a good. I'm loving the background, and again, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule just to have a conversation with me again.
Oh man, thank you for the honor of being able to come back. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, anytime you are welcome. Any artists that have been featured on the show, you're always welcome to come back on the show. Tell us about what's going on, and I know you have a lot going on that we're going to talk about. Also, the new song "Key to My Heart," and that's available now, Thumper?
Yes, sir. All media outlets and music platforms.
Okay, so again, by the sound of my voice, go download the song, y'all. Go download the song. And I don't know if it's 99 cents, $1.99, $2. Just go download. It's all about support, y'all.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Thumping Hard, ThumpingHard.com. And if you don't do that, even for those who are watching the replay, shame on you for not supporting these individuals. It costs a lot of money, y'all. It costs money, but we're going to talk about that. But again, so Thumper, I do this segment called The Real You.
Okay.
And I think last time I asked you some questions. And so I'm just some random questions. I want to know, one of my first questions was, what were you like in high school? Or just school growing up?
Strictly music, always music. I guess you could say I was kind of a recluse, so to speak. I wasn't really very outgoing. Okay. My music abilities is what got people's attention, but I wasn't the one I wasn't the center of attention unless I was behind an instrument or on a stage. Other than that, I was the guy way in the background where nobody paid attention to me. Or anything like that. And once I got on the stage, and that's who that is, or that's who he is,
I gotcha.
So that's like I said, I wasn't flamboyant, or I wasn't anything like that until I got on the stage, and then that alter ego came out.
We all have an alter ego, though.
Oh yeah, as long as it's positive, got to stay positive.
As long as it's positive. So I'm gonna ask you, do you have an alter ego name?
No, just Thumper.
Just Thumper. So that's another question. Where did Thumper come from?
My mom actually gave it to me because growing up, Bambi was one of her favorite movies. And when I was in her stomach, every time I heard music, I would just go crazy in there. She always called me her little Thumper. She didn't tell me that till I was about 8, 9 years old, because I hated the name at first.
Really?
And yeah, I really did. Because I thought it was a weird name, and then I started putting 2 and 2 together as my music abilities began to grow. And I was like, well, Mom gave me that name, so I'm going to honor her and run with it. And yeah, it's taken off ever since.
Yeah, because I don't know if I asked you that last time, and now this is me just assuming. When I heard Thumper, I said it has to be related. I bet you it's related to somehow about music related. That's all I was.
Yeah, a bass player. I got the name because I also kind of what made me grow into the name more was Thunder Thumbs was Louis Johnson's name, and that was taken. So I had to find something that that fit me, that kind of described what I would do on a bass. Oh. And like I said, from mom's story and her honor and legacy, I decided to go with that and put 2 and 2 together, and kind of went from there.
Oh, okay. I like that. So, we open up with one of your songs, which I love. It's called Hope, right?
Mm-hmm. Heal Our Planet Earth.
I love that. So tell me what it is that you hope for.
Oh, man, there's so much. Well, the song was originally written for the pandemic. Okay. And when, everybody, the pandemic hit us hard. And all of the nurses and the doctors and the frontline people kind of put their lives on the line to help those that, were struggling and suffering and going through this thing. And shortly after that, because the song was initially dedicated to them. Okay. And then I began to see shortly after that everyday people were coming out of the woodwork to put their lives on the line to help their neighbors that couldn't get in or out or whatever. So then I just expanded the dedication to everybody. Wow. And it just kind of spawned from there. But like I said, there's so much. I mean, Heal Our Planet Earth it kind of reaches out to there's so much war going on. There's so much violence going on. There's so much illness and sickness going on. I just want all of those that are positive to reach out to those that are not necessarily negative, but struggling, mental abuse and mental, all of that kind of stuff.
All of that.
And it was kind of one word I could think of that kind of summed up everything that I was feeling at the time that I wrote.
Yeah, I mean, I always tell people that's one thing I love about jazz music, and whether it's instrumental, and especially when you think about the word hope, there are so much positive things that could come out of the word hope. Right. We hope for so many things. We, even you all give us great music, even during the pandemic. I never thought that I would even live through something, like that. So artists like yourself and so many amazing other artists gave us this array of music to be able to, I think, get us through the moment, get us through the day. Because again, as you talk about mental illness and depression and all sorts of other things are on the rise, still on the rise. And again, thank you so much for providing such great music for us.
Yeah, and it's the sister song to Hope was called Magic. Okay. And it was written in kind of the same format, but it was to me how it was just magical to me how everybody just came out of the woodwork and kind of put themselves on the back burner to help those in front of them. Right. And it was just magical to me. And then Magic came out a couple months after Hope did, because like I said, I saw that transition and it inspired me to put something else out to follow up with that.
Right. Wouldn't it be great if more people would do that?
I would love it. Like I said, that's all a part of hope, and it's the positive things that I wish society and the media and everybody would shine more light on, instead of all the negative stuff and all the stuff, the other negative stuff that's going on. And they need to shine more light, more recognition on more of the positive stuff that I would like to see, and does happen.
That's true. All right. Thank you for asking those questions for me, my
Oh,
friend.
sure.
The real you. See, that wasn't too bad, was it? That wasn't too bad. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome to Artist Talk. I'm your host, JAZZIE K. Ward. Our special guest tonight is international recording artist Thumper Samuels is here tonight. Again, if you have questions, comments, please post them there. The website is thumpinghard.com. Make sure you check out the website. So, since the last time you were on the show, Samuel, what's been going on with you, my friend? I know we have a new song, Key to My Heart, and we're gonna get into that a little later, but what else has been going on?
I've actually written a couple new songs. I don't know if I lived I believe I lived here in LA the last time it was that we did our
I don't think so.
Okay. If not, like I said, my mind is going to I moved out here to LA about 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
The first thing I did was I wrote a song called TKO, which is an acronym for Transfer Kindness to Others.
Wow.
And it's right along those lines of hope. I'm working on a full-length album called Finayo Degu, which means failure is not an option. Don't ever give up.
I like that.
So that's another thing. Again, I've been blessed to play the Long Beach Jazz Festival. I won a few more awards back in September and late July of last year. Some recording awards. I got Song of the Year. I'm sorry, Male Artist of the Year for the Indie Music Channel for 2022. The Jazz Festival, songwriting. I got so much going on. It's crazy.
Right. So I know you probably received numerous awards, but for being indie recording artist, what did you win the award for?
2 of them. I won for best instrumentalist for guitar for a song called Positive Attitude. And then I won, like I said, the artist of the year, the male artist of the year for 2022. For just my all around contributions to the music industry and society.
Right. Congratulations to y'all. Let's give them. That's amazing. What did that mean to you? And I know, for someone, an artist, that sometimes they don't even get recognition, right?
Oh yeah.
What gives you that drive, that determination, Thumper? They just keep going.
Yeah, it just the people that are going through things in both positive and negative situations. I get a lot of emails, text messages, and things of that nature saying, "We love your music. Yeah. You helped us through a traumatic event, or you helped our day or our event better." Mm-hmm. And it's things like that and then I watch a lot of the news and the social media and see a lot of the negative stuff that goes on, and I try to write something or create something to help people with their problems.
Right.
And that's what gives me that drive to, and especially, the comments and the positive feedback I get on lots of different things in my projects and things that I have going. So it's, it's things like that I really don't do it for me anymore. I do it for those that listen. And that's my drive, my motivation.
Yeah, and I think that's so important because you hear so many artists and even our young people growing up. A lot of times, I know music is different, probably now, let's say 10, 20 years ago, but you have to have a love for it. So naturally people say, "Oh, I want to make all of this money. I want to make," and it doesn't always happen.
Right.
So I think doing it for the love, and I think it also comes out and it shows in your music.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
I think that's so important for young people to know that it takes work, educating yourself in.
And it's not always about the money. I mean, if you're going into this for the money, honestly, you're going into it for the wrong reason.
Right.
Because there's so many things on the back end or the monetary or the financial end of this stuff, this career, this direction that would turn you off or scare you to death if you're going in it for the money.
Right.
And you have to have a passion for it, a desire, and a motivation beyond the financial aspect. If you're lucky enough, the money will come, but there's a lot you have to do and a long way you have to go before the money is even, a consideration or a factor that plays into this stuff.
Right. And I think I'll also tell people having the right foundation, right?
Yes.
When I say that, having the right people, whatever your belief is, I don't get into, people's religion, whatever your faith is having that. I
Right.
think it's also important for you to have in this business, because I don't know, Thumper, do you watch the show Unsung?
No, sir.
It's I guess it's a TV one, so it's kind of like you see all these amazing artists and you wonder, like, wow, like, what happened to him? What happened to her?
Right,
So it's a segment that comes on, and they may bring up somebody like, say, for example, Tina Marie. Throwing her name. So it goes about the history, how did they get started, and then you wonder, like, what happened to them, even though they may still be, even though I know she passed away, but recording, but so many other artists, like, what happened? And then when you hear their stories, you wonder, it's like, I created this. I did. The record label wouldn't put me out for this. I kind of got put on the back burner. And some people can't bounce back from that.
Oh, yeah, I agree. And like I said, dealing with the record labels and stuff like that, that's a whole nother ball game that most people don't realize and don't take the time to do your research before you even consider that. Because all record labels do, these finances that they give you, this money that they give you is just a loan.
Right.
And, you have to pay that money back with interest before you see a dollar go in your own pocket.
That's right.
All of these artists would tell you big names, the smaller names will always tell you they'll go broke.
They go broke.
TLC is a prime example. They were the top female group in history. And if you do your research on their documentary, they talk about how broke they are and how, the label took this and everybody took that, and they ended up with a small pocket full of change.
Right.
After all the work that they put in on their projects.
That's right.
So you really got to do your research.
You have to like Chef D always said, you need to check the checker.
That's right.
You need to check the checker. So you're amazed, like, a lot of these artists, you see them on award shows, right? And it's like, you sold 30 and 40 million copies of records. And then when you get there, they was like, we may have gotten off of a tour. How did you go on a tour and you come off the tour still broke? That's right. That's weird. So
that's how they do it.
That's how they do it. So as Chantel Graham said, learn to mind, M-I-N-D, your business, which is so important. Let's talk a little bit more about that. So what we're going to do right now, we're talking with our special guest tonight, multi-instrumentalist, international recording artist, Thumper Samuels. We're going to take a short break. We're also going to talk about this new song. He has a new song, Key to My Heart. I want to know if there's a little story, something about Key to My Heart. We'll talk about that. Stay tuned. You're watching Artist Talk. I'm JAZZIE K. Ward.
Hi, I am multi-instrumentalist and recording artist, J.C. Smith. Have you watched Artist Talk with JAZZIE K. Ward? Well, on the show, JAZZIE will interview some great artists, exploring their music, and also learning more about them as performers, as artists, and everyday people. So join JAZZIE K. Ward on Artist Talk every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time on YouTube or Facebook Live. And if you don't, hashtag.
Shame.
Shame on you.
Shame on you. And shame on you if you don't know Thumper Samuels, right? Shame on you. Because he's a musician, he's a singer, he's a songwriter, he's an actor, he's a model, he composed, he produced. Thumper, when did you have time, my brother?
I got to put it in. I got to make time. You say you got to get it in where you can fit it in. I make it happen.
You make it happen. And
Yeah.
you're here with another, I would say, number one hit, Key to My Heart, which is another slamming hit, and you hadn't heard it, y'all. Shame on you. So tell us about Key to My Heart.
Key to My Heart was written for somebody very special to me. She had every box checked, so to speak, on the you want this, you want that, you want this, you want that, you don't want this, you don't want that. Was very special to me, and she, like I said, she checked every box. And when you do that, that just kind of hits you out of nowhere. The inspiration, the drive, and the weight lifted. It just sends you a telepathic telepathic message that this is the one.
That's right.
And in those feelings just come out. I sat down at a piano and closed my eyes and just started playing, and
Wow.
And that's what came out.
Wow. Well, I'm just going to say, brother, I love the song.
Thank you.
I love the song. And I got a lot of response on the song on Saturday. Well, when I played it on 90.7 WVAS. And even when you were on the last show, I got a lot of tweets and messages, and people were like, who is that gentleman you had on the show? I never heard of him before. I said, well, shame on you. But, people was like, yeah, I really like his style. And they love the song Hope. And it was another song that they mentioned to me. But another big response to the song Key to My Heart. So what I'm going to do, we're going to play a little bit of the video. I want y'all to check it out. In the meantime, it's available right now on every platform that's streaming. You can go download it right now. I want to ask you too, Thumper, do you have any physical copies of this particular song, of your other music available?
I'm in the process of restocking my physical volume, so to speak, of my physical catalog. It's just taking some time because the company I use, Disc Makers, is backlogged, and I've got so much that to get it all, because as technology is past us. Oh, by the way, the video that you guys are going to see, I created the video too.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
and that was the first time I had ever done a video. But in answer to your question, the catalog is so vast. Right. And like I said, they quit selling CDs for a long time unless you're doing concerts or live performances. So I kind of backed off on that volume. Okay. And so now that people are starting to ask me more and more about it, like yourself, I'm going to restock a lot of my catalog, and put it on the website and a couple other places so people can actually purchase it if they wish.
I love it. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, don't forget to share the video. This is Thumper Samuel's latest. This is Key to My Heart, y'all. You can check it out right here on Artist Talk. Yeah. Beautiful. That's so everybody. That's the new video and new song from our special guest tonight, multi-instrumentalist, international recording artist, Mr. Thumper Samuels. Congratulations. Absolutely beautiful video.
Oh, thank you, man. That's I was experimenting. Never done nothing like that before. So I figured why not try it, add that to my belt. But I just wanted to get the message out visually as well as audio. So
yeah. I love that. So that's one of those visual when you can sit and close your eyes, right? That's that music that you get in your car, and even if you're by yourself or you got a significant other with you, I'm just saying. And y'all out Saturday driving, you got a sunroof, the top back, you just sitting there listening to some great music, and that's what's missing, right?
Yeah,
and that's what you've provided for us. And
thank you.
I got a tweet real quick. I'm sorry, I don't mean to look on my phone, y'all, but I got a tweet, and the tweet said on my Twitter page, Mr. Thumper Samuels, what made you know that music was your path? Did you always know that?
I kind of knew it in the background, but when because like I said, with mom, me being in her stomach, and every time I heard music, I just went crazy. I got hooked then. But I do have two on my grandmother's side. On my dad's side, my dad's mom, she played the organ in church, and I have two uncles that one plays the piano, one plays the saxophone. So I think in hindsight, I got my music ability from my grandmother and her side of the family. My dad didn't play. My dad was a visual artist. He was a photographer. So a lot of the photography you see on my website, he did until he passed away a couple of years ago.
Okay.
But yeah, the audio side and the musical side, I believe I got from my grandmother, because I've got two uncles that play. Like I said, one piano, one saxophone. So I just kind of picked it up from there.
I love that. And don't forget, everybody, make sure you go over to the website, which is streaming, thumpinghard.com. Make sure you go download. That's the new song, Key to My Heart. Our special guest tonight, Thumper Samuel. So what we're going to do, Thumper, we're going to talk a little bit more about the song. He's going to share some other information with us about his music. Also, I want to also say again, for those who missed it, about a band that he's putting together. He's played at numerous jazz festivals. So we're going to go to Dr. Graham, and she's going to give us a health tip with mind, body, and soul. We're going to have more conversation with our special guests right here on Artist Talk.
It's time for Health and Wellness Check-In with Dr. Chantel Graham. Tips for the mind, body, and soul.
Dr. Graham?
Oh.
What?
I was in the spa. I'm sorry. I heard the radio. The music was when I was in the spa right now. I'm sorry. I had to come back. I have a little mask on.
Right. That's
okay,
right.
I'm good. Okay, I'm good.
How are you, Dr. G? Don't you look lovely?
Listen, it's Monday. I'm just trying to hang on and make it till Tuesday. Stella Costello. So, we always hear this thing about, if my feet hurt, my whole body hurt. Right. I don't know if you've heard that. People say it all the time. But there's actually some truth to that. Okay. We don't look at how our feet play an important role in our lives. And of course, our feet is the base of our whole body. It holds our whole weight. It makes us walk. We're in motion. And we got to look at our feet as far as proper posture and foot alignment. So we have this thing where your feet can be neutral. It can be great, but then it could be what they call pronation or supination. What does all that stuff mean? Not supination, but supination, okay? So let's look at pronation. So what happens is that's when your foot starts to actually turn outward. Now that's linked to several problems. It's linked to fasciitis. It's linked to if you have shin splints and that inner part of your shin splint is linked to that. It's linked to having Achilles tendon heel pain, things like that. If you have that supination, What that is when actually your ankle is rolling all the way on the out too much. And that's leading to, you can get black toes, different types of fibromyalgia. You can get some nerve pain. Your arch will possibly drop. You'll get the shin splits, but on the outer side of your leg. So you got to get that proper alignment. You may think you have sciatica, hip pain, back pain, neck pain, leg pain, but it could just be that you are out of proper alignment. So I know y'all going to do this. So when y'all all stand up, check where your feet are going. If it's turning to the outer portion, if it's your foot, you have that pronation. If it's the ankle, you're having that supination, and it will misalign your whole body. Think about it. If you stand with your hand on your hip and lean to the one side, that hip goes up, the shoulder goes up, the arm goes down, the neck goes to the side. So it links to all of those body parts. You got to have proper alignment. Some of y'all need to go to the podiatrist or to a foot and ankle specialist and get some orthotics or get some insteps, because if you can have that ball pain on your foot, you can have the heel pain, and it's going to send you into that disarray. And over time, do you realize by wearing flat shoes with no support will make your feet grow up to 3 sizes more as you get older?
Wow.
So now you know my feet feel like they're a little bit longer and they're a little bit bigger. It is actually true. So if you're wearing flat shoes and they have hard bottom and they have no support, what will happen? Your feet can go up to 3 sizes as you age.
I heard that. Dr. Ron, you mentioned, I remember my internal medicine doctor, when we were going talking one day, he was just saying, I was not, when people wear flip-flops and sandals all the time, he was just saying that's really not good for your feet. Okay.
How many times you wear sandals and you roll that ankle trying to walk fast and you have no support? Or if your feet wet, it slides inside your flip-flop and you roll that ankle, that can put you off imbalance. Yeah. And it will just affect your hips, back, legs, neck, arms. And it's not sciatica. It might not be back pain. It could be you just not wearing the proper shoes.
The proper shoes. And that's important. I always tell people you need, even when I work out, people laugh like, why do you keep changing shoes? Like, if I run, I have a certain shoe that I run with. And then if I'm doing just my regular workout or with the train, I have it. Even when I work out with my trainer, right? It's you don't have how you have some shoes, they have a thicker cushion or sole on them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so if I'm lifting weights or deadlifting, either they tell me to take my shoes off, they have my feet flat, or because
you want to get a better base. You want to get a better base when you're lifting weights. You want to have kind of more solid base when you're lifting weights because you don't want to tip, toggle, and weigh. And now one of the rules of thumbs is the back of your shoe, you should have at least across the size of your thumb. That should be the amount of space you have at the back of your shoe. From toe to the top as well. You should be able to grasp with your toes on the ground to stretch with your feet inside your shoe. Your shoes can't be too tight, too big or too tight. They both just as bad, which is crazy. You didn't think about it.
I love it. Dr. Graham, as always. Well, there's a comment that says, what are one term?
You can have that. You can have that. And that could be a lot of deformity. That could be arthritis. That could be rheumatoid arthritis. Go to the doctor and not Dr. Google. Go to a real live doctor. You can go to a podiatrist, which just specializes in feet, but you can also go to an orthopedic surgeon that does feet and ankle. So go see your doctor.
And Costella says, she said, see, I've been wearing my heels on stage. Appropriate.
See, Costella is because she got that it factor too. Costella, we love you. We love you.
That's right. Well, Dr. Graham hey, I need to know in the OR, Thumper Samuels, Key to My Heart. I know it's certain you all have to play that song.
We're gonna have to play as we will in patients in and out because it's just that mellow mood. We want them to help them go to sleep and keep them sleep till they get off our table because sometimes they start that.
That's right. I love it, Dr. Graham. And let us know about your book, Nia the Germinator.
Whoever doesn't know, if you don't know by now, #shame on you. I know you got a copy right there.
I do.
I always keep ones right here. Get your Nia the Germinator. Guys, don't sleep on this. This is for everyone, as Jazzie always says. It's for the old, the young, the hip, the unhip. Make yourself cool by reading my book. Look, forced advertising, but it will.
I love it. I love it. Dr. G, can you stick around and let people know how they can find you?
Go to my website, theapplife.info, or email me, Dr. Graham at theapplife.info.
Right. Thank you so much. Stick around for the rest of the show.
I will. I'll be right here.
All right. Thanks, Dr. G.
All right. Take care.
Hey, that was Dr. Graham. As always, we love her segment. Don't forget, y'all, go get the book. Go get the book. Go get the book. Okay, so we're going to add our special guest back into the show. My man, international recording artist Thumper Samuel. Sam, did you learn anything about your feet? Maybe your shoes you wearing?
I sure did. You know, back in the day, they used to call that sloop-footed and pigeon-toed. So I'm glad I learned the accurate name for those.
That's right, because my oldest brother is pigeon-toed.
Okay.
He is definitely, he's definitely.
Yeah, so that's what that means. I'm glad I got the correct terminology because,
all right.
Yeah, my grandparents put that. Oh boy, you just sloop-footed, you just pigeon-toed.
That's right. I was going to ask you. You know, are you wearing the proper shoes, Thumper, when you're on stage performing along?
I am.
Okay.
I have a very because I jump around a lot and I'm always running in and out of the audience, so I make sure I have a shoe that covers all of those bases the best they can. That's
right. And of course, you have us covered with all the music your soul can use. And I need to ask you this question too. When we think about music and we talk about jazz, but why should people care about jazz music?
Because I believe jazz can be interpreted in so many different ways, or music itself can be interpreted so many different ways when you take out the lyrics. I mean, I write lyrical content as well, but one person can hear an instrumental piece or a jazz piece and get one perspective, and another person can hear that same piece and get a second perspective, or a third, or a fourth. And then also, instrumental music and jazz music cannot, I don't believe, can be dated.
Oh no.
Yeah. No. So that's and those are things that stick out to me more so than the lyrical stuff.
The lyrical stuff.
There's messages in that too. But when you write a piece of music, I believe it's dated.
It's dated.
And then like I said, with an instrumental piece, you can play stuff from the 70s and people will react to it, the same today as they did back then, if not more so.
Right. So who were some of your favorites or artists that you grew up listening to?
Man, it's multi-genre. I'm a big Kiss fan, big Prince fan. I listen to a lot of the 80s metal, rock bands, but also, your Earth, Wind and Fire, Confunction, Lakeside. But then I also listen to a lot of R&B, your James Ingram, your Stephanie Mills, Patti LaBelle. It just varies. I learn, even if it's just the smallest little thing, I learn from everything that I hear.
Yeah.
I try not to listen to anything negative because there's some of that out there too. Or if I can take a negative piece and make it positive, then that's a plus, in itself.
That's right.
But yeah, the list is so vast. I couldn't. Big Prince fan. That's kind of where I learned to do it all myself. Because once we discovered, he was one of the first ones, if I'm not mistaken, back in the late 70s that kind of got the credit for doing everything himself. And that kind of inspired me because before I had to have inspired or hire somebody to do this or hire somebody to do that. And they didn't always do it the way I wanted it done. So I just said, I'll do it myself, learn how to play myself, and, cut out the middleman, so to speak.
Right. I love that. Hey, Paulette Jackson. She's on the line. If you don't know Paulette Jackson.
I know Paulette. Oh, yeah.
We know Paulette, right?
Yeah. Paulette's up there in your level, see?
She's amazing.
She's up there with you.
She's an amazing lady. Hey, my friend, single. She's an amazing lady.
And Miss Colleen is too. I know Colleen.
Colleen, she's amazing. And also, I don't know if you saw, Castella said hello to.
Yeah, tell her, Miss Castella, we got to get together and get on stage together. I'm waiting on that.
That's right. Yeah, she has a show coming up too in April.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, she has a show coming up. And so I also wanted to talk about, if you could touch on your nonprofit, Jazz Against Domestic Abuse. Can you tell us about that? And how we
I also have a second one.
Okay.
Excuse me, called Our Stars of Tomorrow. But Jada was designed for domestic abuse awareness primarily, on how to, what I do is I write a song every year.
Okay.
And the proceeds from that song, I'm putting into this nonprofit so that funds can be put to good use by drawing more awareness to domestic abuse situations and how to get out of them. Domestic abuse shelters for people that are in them that want to get out and don't have anywhere to go. Not only domestic abuse as in relationship, but parental abuse, child abuse, teacher abuse. I mean, any kind of abuse you can think of that needs to have, more awareness and more options to get in and get out of, or get out of, I should say. Learn more about how to get out of things like that. Our Stars of Tomorrow is a little bit different where, I'm sorry, the Jada was I put on a concert in a certain city, and the funds that I raise go to that program. Our Stars of Tomorrow is a little bit different in that the song I write every year, I dedicate a song, and all the proceeds from that go to a select city for high school seniors scholarship programs.
Oh, wow.
To help them get into college that don't qualify for certain scholarships or things like that. They're both in the growing phase.
Okay.
But I'm still, the idea is there. I'm putting together the 501c3 stuff as we speak.
Okay.
It's been going on a while, but I don't know a whole lot about that. So I'm trying to get my ducks in a row and figure out what I need to do, who I need to talk to get the legal stuff or the behind the scenes stuff, lined up, so I can go forward and help build on those.
And maybe I know somebody that could help you, or at least put you in the right direction.
That'd be great.
Okay, I definitely know that. And tell us what's coming up next for Thumper. I know we got the new music.
The Long Beach Jazz Festival is in August. I think 11, 12, and 13, or 12, 13, and 14. I'd have to look at the dates.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm in the process of building my own band, doing auditions now, doing callbacks. I've got a lot of people that are getting in on this, helping me with it, directing me. I've got another awards ceremony coming up in September.
Okay.
I've got one in July. I've got to go back to Omaha, which is originally where I'm from. I've been inducted to the Omaha Black Music Hall of Fame.
Oh, congratulations.
And thank you very much. That ceremony is going to be in late July, so I have to go home for that.
Okay.
Wow. And hopefully with this band, we want to get the first show recorded so we can hopefully get in on some more of these jazz festivals. Because a lot of them, I normally play with my tracks that I record here in the studio, but a lot of them want bands.
Right.
So I said, well, we'll just fix that, and I'm putting together the band to get it recorded and hopefully do some traveling, late this year and early next year.
Okay, that's great. And let people know that would like to audition or be part of the band. Like, what's the process for that? Should they just reach out to you?
Yeah, send either video clips via YouTube or whatever to United, UNITED, the number 4, the word love, LOVE, at cox.net. Put a G1 audition in the subject line, and there's a flyer out on all my social media platforms that has what we're looking for.
Okay, and I'm going to share that too later.
Yeah, please do, if you would. I'd be honored. A drummer, a bass player, guitar player, 2 keyboard players, and 3 horn players, plus me.
Okay.
So yeah, anybody that's interested, we're taking auditions through the rest of the month. And yeah, if they're interested, they can audition. If we like them, we'll do callbacks, and then we'll discuss details, from that point.
Okay. Can you mention one more time for the contact website, the contact email address to reach you?
Sure. United, UNITED, the number 4, the word love, LOVE, at cox.net.
I love that. And I like that you use the word love also. in that.
Well, you know, yeah, United for Love Entertainment is my entertainment company.
Correct. That's right.
And so that's where that came from.
I love it. So if I say the word love, what's your definition of the word love?
Wow, there's so many. Unity, hope.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, people coming together to reach out to one another, help one another. I've always been humbled in, excuse me, learning from those ahead of me and being able to teach those that are coming up behind me.
Right.
And it's all about love. You can't take it with you when you go. So you just will keep your legacy or your vision, if you will, alive by, passing it along.
Right.
And you pray that the next person does it. All this negative stuff with the wars and the violence and all that kind of stuff, all that needs to be eliminated by one word.
Right.
Love.
Before we let you go, Thumper, what do you want your legacy, your career, and your music path to say about Thumper Samuels?
Again, there's so many, but to sum it up, it would be the idea, the vision, the motivation to help others.
Yeah.
Through music, through whatever your talents are, your positive vibe, through, if you're a doctor, if you're a nurse, if you're a frontliner, if you're everyday people.
That's
check
right.
on your neighbors, and during the snowstorms, during the rainstorms, power outages, all of that. It's all based on loving, love and care.
Care. That's right.
Care. Yep.
All of those things are the key to your heart.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that's Thumper's latest Key to My Heart, which is available on all major platforms. You can go and download that. My friend Thumper, as always, thank you so much for coming back. You are welcome anytime to come back on Artist.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having me, man. I really appreciate you and everybody listening. Thank you for tuning in. And Dr. G, thank you for that tip. Like I said, you gave me those correct names. So I'm going to take those and run with them.
That's right. And let us know again about the Jazz Fest. Do you know if that's going to be streaming? Can we purchase tickets? How can we support you?
I'm actually working with the guy that's putting the documentary together. I didn't mention that.
Oh, yeah,
there's a documentary called Hope You Like It. It's due to be released April 9th. A friend of mine named Justin McFadden is putting together, it's like a 5-part series, and I'm one of the 5 musicians in this first group that, like I said, I don't know how he found me, but I'm glad he did. Man upstairs, praise you. But and he's going to submit this to different film festivals and things of that nature. But the segment that he did for me, he recorded some of the Jazz Fest. It's going to be released April 9th.
April the 9th.
And I'll let you guys know when it hits the website, and it's going to be on YouTube and places like that. So
okay, I was going to ask you because I was already getting some tweets, and people were like, "Well, is it going to be on Amazon Prime? Is it going to be on all these?" I don't know.
We're working on. I'm not sure how we want to work it out, but I am planning on having my show of the Jazz Fest broadcast.
Okay.
So, and I might even do it for free, just to get make people more aware of me, and those who don't know me to get to know me. And I want to see if we can get as many people to tune in as we can.
Okay. And one final, someone that also had sent me a tweet. He said, "Do you ever look for vocalists?" I do.
I'm always looking for vocalists. Anybody that comes to mind or becomes that I become more aware of. I'm always looking for artists to either help them or to help me or to help each other. Anybody that is interested, reach out.
Okay. But being a part of the band, they have to live in the Los Angeles area, right?
They do. Yes. Currently, yes. Because like I said, we are just building this, and we're going after sponsorship and things of that nature. But people that live on the East Coast, the West Coast, and the East Coast and stuff like that are too. The budget's not really big enough right now to be flying them in because we have to do rehearsals and things like that. So we prefer until the band gets to where we need it to be. We are going after corporate sponsorships and things of that nature, but we're not quite there yet.
Okay.
So right now, yeah, we prefer in the Los Angeles area, or if they're willing to travel, they'll still be considered regardless.
Oh, good. I love it, my brother. As always, ladies and gentlemen, multi-instrumentalist, international recording artist, Mr. Thumper Samuels, his latest release, Key to My Heart, wherever music is sold. Again,
there you go.
That's right. I always have a hard time trying to make that
yeah, me too. I end up making circles.
Making circles just like, yeah, I'm trying to make the little heart. Make sure you support him and all these other amazing artists. Again, Thumper, anything you want to say? Anything you want to say before you leave the show?
Just stay positive. And if you have any negative bones in your body, pray them out. We got to stay positive and we got to stay together. It's the unit. We got to take care of each other. That's why I always tell my kids and my mom and dad before they left is family takes care of each other.
That's right.
And we are all family, regardless of where we come from, who we are, what color we are, and all of it. We are all in this together.
That's good. My friend, thank you so much. Can you stick around for a little bit?
I sure can, yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm JAZZIE K. Ward. Thank you so much for another great show. I appreciate each and every one of you, each and every Monday. Don't forget to support our special guest tonight, Thumper Samuels. Thumpinghard.com is his website. Make sure you go download some music. Get some old stuff too. It doesn't matter. It's all about support, y'all. Get the music. Thank you. Hey, Colleen. Thank you so much. Castella, my friend Ronald Shuford is in the house. If you don't know Ronald Shuford, shame on you. All right, K Ward Radio. Don't forget to check out Dr. G, Dr. Chantel Graham at the applife.info. Make sure you go get the book, y'all. I'm telling you, you need Near the Germinator. You need the book in your life. You need the book in your life. It's all about support. Thank you so much again, Paulette Jackson. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. KWardradio.com is the website. Make sure you go check it out. Also, my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe, KWardradio.com. My mailing address is there. Join me each and every Saturday on WVAS 90.7. If you'd like to support the show, that information is listed there. So you guys have a great rest of the week. We'll see you next time here on Artist Talk. Make sure you take care of yourself and be kind to others. See you next time.